Congratulations, Kenan-Flagler graduates. I look forward to shaking your hand and seeing your proud family and friends when conditions improve. You're extraordinary people living in extraordinary times. Hard work enabled you to get into Carolina, and even more hard work enabled you to get into our undergraduate business program. You've excelled as students and members of our community. Your class has been through a lot during your 4 years with challenges and changes here on campus and throughout the world. You have been flexible, resilient, responsive, and creative as you've adapted and grown. Please take time to reflect on what you've achieved and be proud of yourself. The special friends you have made and the experiences you've had here will tie you to UNC forever. And let me assure you, you will treasure being a Carolina alum every day the rest of your life. Let me tell you about one of those special alums that has become a friend of mine. Her name is Ann Goodnow from the class of 1945. I asked her once what it was like to be at the school during World War II, and she told me, well, it was a little different back then. She took as many courses as she could as quickly as possible, so she could graduate as quickly as possible. She served as the dean's administrative assistant. She and he were the only two staff in the entire school, and she was worried throughout because her fiance was fighting the war in Europe. In many ways, she missed out on all the good things about being in Chapel Hill. But whenever I talk with her, she always talks about her experience and her education at Carolina provided the foundation for all the wonderful things that came afterwards. And she always asked me, tell me, how is my school doing? More than any students during the last 75 years, you probably can identify with Miss Goodnow. Things have been difficult for all of us these last several weeks. Decades from now, a dean may ask you how things were in 2020, and you may say, well, they're a little different then. You'll try to explain the strangeness of the last few weeks, and I hope you'll be able to point, though, to the experience and the education you've received over the last 4 years and how it's provided a foundation for wonderful things for decades. And then I hope you'll definitely ask them, how's my school doing? Like Ms. Goodnow, you're going to be better because of the challenges that you've had to go through. You're ready now for anything life's going to throw at you. Your professors, the staff, the administration, your family, your friends could not be more proud of you, and we're counting on you to make the world a better place. Stay safe. The university is going to have an in-person graduation when things are better. I'm going to be there, and I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Hi UBP, my name is Graham Strickland and I'm a fellow senior within the Undergraduate Business Program. Now, the way the semester ended was not how we wanted or expected it to. However, now that our time at Carolina and Kenan-Flagler is coming to an end, I think that this is the perfect opportunity to reflect on the community that we had during our 2.5 years within the program. Our community impact is not lost within this disruption. Simply put, I see this as a time for us to step back and congratulate ourselves for all the work that we've done to create a culture of peer support. When I think of one central theme that really encaptures all of the work we have done, it really is giving back to other students and our program. To the Undergraduate Business Program of 2020, I look forward to picking up where we left off. Now, you're going to hear from some students who will speak about the community at Kenan-Flagler and what that really meant to them.
To me, community in the undergraduate business program is being surrounded by a diverse family that inspires and challenges you every single day. Each student has their own unique story, and they're empowered to bring their perspectives and experiences into the classroom. I've built lasting friendships at Carolina, and many of them have come from the undergraduate business program.
What it means to be a Kenan-Flagler student, I think of the community and I think of the students first, and really the friendships that we build, and the work that we collectively do, and all the awesome stuff that we bring to the world as students. But it's really in our strength as a unit that we bring so much value. And so Kenan-Flagler really, like I said, has become a home away from home.
Personally, the thing that I'm going to miss most about the undergraduate business program and Kenan-Flagler are the connections that I've made there and the sense of community that I feel every time I walk into a classroom. I have loved over the past 4 years getting to know my professors, getting to know my fellow students, and really feeling kind of that bond of community within the school.
When I came to Kenan-Flagler, I didn't know what I wanted to do in business. I was from a super small town, and I was kind of intimidated by these kids who seemed to have it all figured out, but that all changed when I actually got to know the people in this building. You know, all the people of the undergraduate business program are ambitious and kind, and they're literally willing to lend a helping hand at any time. And that's why I love this community. I'm going to miss this place so much, because over the past 4 years, I feel like the people here really have become kind of like a family to me.
I think something really special about the UBP community is that we're ambitious, but also very down-to-earth people. Someone is always willing to lend a hand.
When I think about community and undergraduate business program, I'd be remiss not to think back to my first year here at Carolina, when it was the students in the undergraduate business program who were the ones who made Carolina feel like home for me. These people were the ones who became my closest friends, my mentors to this day, and they were the ones who accepted me and welcomed me into the Kenan-Flagler community and UNC as a whole.
When I think about community at the Kenan-Flagler Business School, the first things that come to my mind are honestly progress and advancement. And this is because, I'm telling you, the school has changed so much from the time that I got in and I was a sophomore to where we are today in 2020, 3 years later. During my time, I've seen students and professors and also UBP staff members take the initiative themselves to see where they see an area of our school and of our programs that can be improved. They have an idea and they make it happen. And I just think that's amazing. And I love the fact that our administration embraces ideas from the bottom up and embraces any opportunity to change and to become better and to create a better environment for all of the students, all of the staff, for everyone.
At Kenan-Flagler, there's just such a collaborative environment that's been constructed and built. And for me personally, it's really created a home away from home and a support system of peers. We all are really goal-driven, and we're trying to reach the next step, but we're collectively trying to do that together.
I'm going to miss the feeling of home that I've really grown to know in McCall over the past 4 years. Like, when I walk through those doors for class in the morning, and I know I'm going to get to see like all of my closest friends that day, and you know, I'm going to get to see professors who actually support me and like challenge me and really care about my well-being.
My undergraduate business experience was the definition of a global education. And the lessons that I've learned as a student will aid me in my professional career. Most importantly though, the life lessons that I've picked up have made me a more conscious and fearless person, ready to tackle any situation that comes my way. I'm truly grateful for my time in the undergraduate business program, and I'm excited for what's ahead.
And I'm really thankful to the school, to all my professors, all my students, and the entire UBP staff. Thank you so much, and I'm really going to miss this community.
Speeding train, cut my hair and change my name. Only had myself to blame for the company I was keeping.
Being more like Wynn means loving others wholeheartedly. I think that was one of her most defining characteristics, is really like authentically loving every single person she ever met. She did this in a lot of different ways. She would always leave notes for family and friends and coworkers and just remind them to have a good day or to wish them good luck on a test or an interview. She was always baking coffee cakes and other treats and would gift them to people just out of the blue, just to remind them to have a good day. She celebrated friends' birthdays like they were holidays, and she always tried to find a way to brighten your day, and that was always something that she prioritized. She had a true gift for making you feel like you were the most important person in the room, and she was always looking for ways to include other people. I think Wynn really showed our community what it looks like to love others well.
Being more like Wynn means seeing the bright side of every situation, no matter how bad it seems. Wynn's outlook on life was to find the good in every moment and respond with overwhelming gratitude. Even when things didn't go as planned, she always had a positive perspective that was adopted by everyone around her. I know that if Wynn was in this situation, she'd be so sad about missing the senior year that she had been so excited for. But she'd be taking advantage of precious times with her wonderful family, reaching out to and encouraging friends somehow more than she already did, and figuring out ways to help those who were being impacted the most.
Wynn always looked out for the people around her. She was actively engaged in the community and couldn't walk through the business school hallways or down through campus without saying hi to everyone she passed or sharing a smile. She had this ability to make you feel like you were the most important person in the conversation and always asked, "How are you?" before talking about herself. She remembered details from conversations you had had in the past and never forgot to ask follow-up questions to show that she had really been thinking about you and your situation. Wynn had this ability to make everyone feel so included and cherished and loved for who they are, and she really made an effort to look out for the people around her.
Being more like Wynn is living every day to the fullest. If you knew Wynn, you knew she never had a dull moment. When traveling abroad, Wynn was known for her extensive travel guides. They had anything from where to stay, sights to see, where to eat, and even maybe the best meal on that restaurant menu. Wynn also made a senior year bucket list with items for friends and family to check off together. These items included taking a new route to class and, of course, going to the UNC Duke game. But I think if you really knew Wynn, you knew that even if she did have downtime, she was taking advantage of it. She was always going on walks or calling a friend she hadn't talked to in a few years, and of course, writing notes and baking for friends and family. She truly took advantage of every second of every day.
Wynn always looked for a way to provide a helping hand. She certainly had a knack for it. Whether it was helping a stressed out friend prepare for a difficult exam or working with special needs students in Raleigh, Wynn lived every day with the philosophy of, how can I make someone's day better? There was never any ulterior motive, no angle whatsoever. That sweet girl simply enjoyed putting a smile on people's faces. I've been thinking about how Wynn would be responding to the coronavirus crisis and life in quarantine. Aside from all the extra attention she'd be giving to her beloved dog Lane, I'd like to imagine Wynn pulling up YouTube videos of New Yorkers opening up their windows at 7 p.m., banging pots and pans to show their collective support for healthcare workers. The next evening, Wynn would go park her car at a hospital in Raleigh, roll down her windows, and cheer on the nurses and doctors heading home from their own shifts. And she would have the biggest smile on her face.
Wynn always gave 110%. As we wind down our senior year of college, I want to note how giving 110% will look different for us in the future than it has in the past. Let's all be a little more like Wynn by committing to our work and continually learning how to balance a full plate in whatever capacity that looks like for our postgraduate lives. I always admired Wynn's ability to take leadership positions, but know when to say no to more because of how important it was for her to double down on her responsibilities full-heartedly and with a joyful spirit. Congratulations to the class of 2020. As Wynn would have said, have fun and look out for the lonely people.
Hi, class of 2020. I wanted to be able to give you the full graduation experience, so here I am at the Dean Dome, ready to celebrate you. This year, more than any other year, I wanted to be able to have this experience in person. From my awesome AAPs, to my brilliant busy 405ers, to my very special Spark ambassadors. All I can say is congratulations to the class of 2020. I can't wait to see what you add to the world.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We're so proud of you. Go Heels!
Well, this isn't exactly how we expected the final week to go, but here we are. I just wanted to say congratulations to all of you. This is an important celebration for you. You have finished your experience at UNC. You are graduates of this great university, and we are so excited for you. So I want to make sure that I passed on that special congratulations, let you know that this is the start of the celebration, but this is not the end. We will have a chance to celebrate with you in person at some point later on this fall. We are very much looking forward to that, and I have really enjoyed getting to know so many of you during these last 4 years, and wish you nothing but a huge amount of success moving forward. And just remember, you will always be a Tar Heel.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. You did it! You made it to the end of the semester, a weird semester, and you made it to the end of your college career. You have shown your stuff at Kenan-Flagler and the University of North Carolina, and we are all excited to see what you do next. You've made us proud, and we hope that you're proud of yourselves too.
Professor Kitchen here, along with my buddy Scout. I miss you dearly, but I wanted to remind you that you are uniquely equipped to take on the challenges before you, particularly the situation at hand and throughout your life, because you know your values, you know what you stand for, how to recognize opportunities, how to solve big problems actually worth solving. So go confidently and be wildly profitable for yourself and for your shareholders, doing so with great purpose, profit with a purpose. I can't wait to hear about and read about and see the great things that you do from here. You've got this.
I always get sappy this time of year, and this year, that is more the case than any other year in the past. And that's because we're not able to be together this weekend to celebrate your incredible accomplishments. So instead, I wanted to just read this little poem to you. This is my wish for you. Comfort on difficult days, smiles when sadness intrudes, rainbows to follow the clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunsets to warm your heart, hugs when spirits sag, beauty for your eyes to see, friendships to brighten your being, faith so that you can believe, confidence for when you doubt, courage to know yourself, patience to accept the truth, and love to complete your life. Ralph Waldo Emerson. See you soon as we can get together and celebrate your incredible accomplishments in person.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I am so proud of you.
Congratulations, Tar Heel class of 2020. I'm honored that I've had the opportunity to get to know you and want to wish you the best of luck as you venture out into the next stages of your life. I'm expecting great things from you, and don't forget the value of having a good joke ready.
I kept thinking about what I wanted to say to the class of 2020, and the song just kept coming back to mind, so I thought, I'll sing a song. Where has the time all gone to? Haven't done half the things we want to. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Just when the fun is starting, comes the time for parting. But let's be glad for what we've had and what's to come. This day was just a token. Too many words are left unspoken. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time.
Will you search the loamy earth for me? Climb through the briar and bramble, I'll be your treasure. I felt the touch of the kings and the breath of the wind. I knew the call of all the songbirds. They sang all the wrong words. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Would you swim through the briny sea for me? Crawl along the ocean's floor. I'll be your treasure. I'm with the ghosts of the men who can never sing again. There's a place, follow me, where a love lost at sea is waiting for you, is waiting for you. Would you drift o'er the rolling fields for me? Hoard me in the highest bough. I'll be your treasure. But in history's rhyme there's a place and a time and a truth to the gold that the foes cannot hold. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you.